Hi there, Craig Hocknell here. I just wanted to do a quick little video for you to clarify some of the points. You've watched a ton of my videos, I'm sure. I think I'm nearing like 800 videos on my channel, so thank you very much for subscribing. I'm in a really cool indoor space here in El Paso, Texas. Studio Golf El Paso. Studio Golfs are going to be popping up all around the country, and this is your location for working on performance. Within Studio Golf, we have some really cool technologies. We have TrackMan and we have SportsBox 3D. So the 3D Studio really is super cool. We have all these cameras set up around. It tracks my body parts, shoulder turn, hips, sway, movement, up, down, everything. Creates a really cool avatar that we can look at specific numbers of movement, whether it's rotational or lateral or vertical. So it captures all of that. But this particular video is just a real quick one because a lot of people have reached out and said, well, hey, Craig, it looks like in a lot of your videos when you're outside, you've got, your students, they got the tall grass and they're like whipping grass down. Every lesson that I do is specific to that individual and where they just happen to be in the game. I have noticed, however, I've been doing this a long time, that a lot of people, and who knows, maybe it's because the Golf Channel commentators in recent years have all been focusing on the feet. We look at Scotty Scheffler recently. I just was watching the tournament, the Hero Challenge, and it's awesome to see Tiger back out there again, but I think it was Brandel Chambly put Tiger in the middle, and he put Justin Thomas on the right and Scotty Scheffler on the left, and saw how stable Tiger's footwork was and how much movement Scotty Scheffler has and Justin Thomas has. And he was talking about, why would that possibly be, and is it okay? And obviously Scotty Scheffler won, and he's a fantastic champion, marvelous human being as well. But every golfer that plays the game starts at a certain level. One thing that I've noticed is if you start focusing on your attachment to the ground and what you're doing here, let's think of it like a karate system. White belt, beginner white belt. You don't even have a belt. You're just wearing your outfit and you show up, you do some stuff, and they're like, here you go, we'll do a white belt ceremony, and you're the beginner. You got to go a long way before you're a black belt, 1 Dan, 2 Dan, 3 Dan, black belt in karate. You got to think of someone like a Scheffler or a Justin Thomas with all that footwork. This down here and how this actually affects your swing, that's a lot closer to like black belt maneuvers. As you move up into the knees and the hips and the core and the shoulders, etc., this is kind of like moving in the belt system. Your easiest system to start using is your hands. You'll hear Tiger Woods talk about this all the time. He's like, I can still compete at the highest level because I still have my hands. Regardless of his back surgeries and knee and ankle surgeries, he still has his hands. So fast forward to a lot of the videos that you've seen me do on kind of like I take a stick like this, go out in the long grass, and I have people create that swish. The reason is because they don't know how to use their hands. They were never taught in the proper order. You may be feeling the same thing. If you weren't taught how to use your hands correctly, then you have really no business figuring out how to move your feet correctly, okay? When Tiger started playing the game, his dad instructed him to work from the hole backwards. You don't need much to be able to put the ball into the hole, and really, as a little kid, you're just gonna kind of pop it with your hands like this. So as you develop that coordination from your hands to your forearms, to your shoulders, up into your upper back, core, hips, knees, feet, that's the order. So I'm going to show you some really low-hanging fruit here on how to increase your club head speed. In the bay, the only number I have up on TrackMan is club head speed. I'm just going to make a nice easy swing. I've got my 7-iron, nice and smooth. Okay. One thing that people do is they compliment me all the time. They're like, hey, your swing just looks so effortless, looks so smooth. That was a smooth little 82.7, okay? So now let's pretend that was you swinging nice and easy. What I'm going to have you do is take either a shaft or an alignment stick, take it just in your right hand if you're a right-handed golfer, it's your dominant hand, figure out, how do I get it to swish? How do I get that sound? Now, a lot of people will create that swish like over their left shoulder. If that's you, you want to move that swish sound much earlier in the downswing so that right through this lower section of your swing is where you hear all the speed. Now, yes, I'm moving my hips and knees a little bit, but I'm not like pushing and lunging and doing anything. I'm just getting that right arm to move better. Now, if I do that with an alignment stick, this is what it sounds like. Whoops. That'll be good for the video. It's much longer than this. Okay, so if I go back, swish it again, switch back to my left hand, do some left-handed ones. If all I'm working on is just increasing that speed, then many things are happening. I'm not losing my balance. I'm not leaning right. I'm not leaning left. I'm not falling backwards. I'm not falling forwards. I'm just creating speed. Okay, so I'm going to show you what that looks like now with a 7-iron. If I just make a nice easy swing, but pop my hands, watch what happens. Nice and smooth. Little pop of the wrist. Okay, as I pop my wrist, I got another mile-an-hour club head speed. If I pop it faster and faster and faster, you're going to see that number jump. So real easy again, nice and smooth. Pop. So accelerate the hands through there, 84 miles an hour. So as you can see, it doesn't take much to increase your club head speed. A little bit smoother swing, nice and easy, pop. Okay, you're going to see the hand speed accelerate, not the body speed accelerate. So again, nice straight shot, all the way up to 87 miles an hour. So going nice and easy, using the sticks as a drill, figure out how to create that speed. You're not really changing much of your mechanics. You're not changing the path, the attack angle. You're just trying to figure out how to use these things and your forearms to create a little bit of speed at just at the right time. So let's figure that out. Pop it with the hands. That'll help you increase your speed, and you'll be much happier hitting the ball further.